Today, we have an exciting topic that will absolutely blow your mind. Imagine having a penny in your pocket, one that you barely notice, but it turns out to be worth $4.5 million. That's right, a 2021 Lincoln penny has shocked the numismatic world by reaching a staggering value at auction. But why is this tiny 1-cent coin commanding such an insane price? Well, stay tuned as we dive into the history, errors, key details, and what makes this penny worth a life-changing fortune. Make sure you watch until the end because you might have one of these rare coins without even knowing it. History of the 2021 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for over a century, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the design has seen modifications, from the wheat penny, 1909 to 1958, to the memorial reverse, 1959 to 2008, and finally, in 2010, the penny adopted the current Union Shield reverse design. This design, featuring a shield with 13 stripes and the motto, E Pluribus Unum, represents the unity of the United States. Now, in 2021, the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints produced millions of these pennies. But what makes one of them so valuable? The answer lies in rarity, errors, and special minting conditions that separate an ordinary coin from an extraordinary one. Why is the 2021 Lincoln penny worth $4.50 million? The record-breaking 2021 Lincoln penny that recently sold for $4.5 million is not just any ordinary penny. Here are the key factors that contributed to its insane value. 1. Mint error, double die obverse, DDO. One of the biggest reasons for the high value of this coin is the presence of a dramatic double die obverse error. This error happens when the coin's design is struck more than once by the die, causing noticeable doubling in areas like the date, 2021, Lincoln's eye, and the words, "In God We Trust." The doubling is so distinct that collectors and experts were instantly amazed by its rarity. 2. Off-metal composition asterisk. While modern pennies are typically made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, this rare 2021 penny was mistakenly struck on a pure copper planchet, similar to the pre-1982 pennies. This composition mix-up significantly increases the desirability and scarcity of the coin. 3. Mint state condition, MS70 condition plays a crucial role in the value of any coin, and this particular penny was graded MS70 by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service. This means the coin is in absolute flawless condition, with no scratches, wear, or damage, making it a once-in-a-lifetime find. 4. Low population, extremely rare variety asterisk. Not many of these error coins were found, making them extremely scarce. The fact that only a handful of them exist in perfect condition makes collectors willing to pay astronomical prices to own 1.5. Auction frenzy, a bidding war ensued asterisk. The 2021 Lincoln penny with the rare error recently went up for auction, where two wealthy collectors went into a bidding war, driving the price up to an unbelievable $4.5 million. This shattered previous records for modern pennies, making it one of the most expensive Lincoln cents ever sold. How to identify a valuable 2021 Lincoln penny? So, how do you know if you have one of these rare and valuable pennies? Here are some key steps to check. Examine the date and doubling asterisk. Look closely at the date, 2021, and the words, Liberty, and, In God We Trust. If you notice clear doubling, you might have a valuable double die error coin. Check the color and weight asterisk. If your 2021 penny is significantly heavier than normal, about 3.1 grams instead of 2.5 grams, it could be a rare off-metal strike. Look for a high-quality coin asterisk. Coins with minimal scratches and strong details have a higher chance of being valuable. Get it graded asterisk. If you suspect you have a rare coin, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC4. Certification, current market value and future predictions. While most 2021 pennies are only worth face value, some with unique errors and pristine conditions can fetch hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. Experts predict that as more collectors enter the market, rare error coins like this will only increase in value. So, now is the perfect time to check your change and see if you have a hidden gem. Conclusion, there you have it, folks. the 2021 Lincoln penny that turned a simple 1-cent coin into a multi-million-dollar treasure. This story is a reminder that valuable coins could be hiding in plain sight. Make sure to check your pennies carefully because the next big discovery could be sitting right in your pocket. Today, we have an exciting and mind-blowing topic for all coin collectors and treasure hunters out there. We're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1982 Lincoln 1-cent coin, a penny that has shocked the numismatic world with its staggering value of $4.4 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny from 1982 is worth more than a luxury mansion, sports cars, and even some rare gold coins. So, how did this happen? What makes this penny so valuable? And most importantly, could you be holding one of these in your pocket right now? Stay tuned because we're about to break down the history, key details, and what to look for if you want to strike it rich. History of the 1982 Lincoln penny. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we first need to take a step back and look at what was happening in 1982. This was a pivotal year for the Lincoln penny. For decades, pennies were made primarily of 95% copper, but due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint decided to switch the composition to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper plating. This major change resulted in two distinct types of 1982 pennies: 1. The copper version, weighing 3.11 grams, 2. The zinc version, weighing 2.5 grams, but here's where it gets even more interesting. Not only did the Mint change the metal composition, but they also made modifications to the coin's design. There are actually 7 different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln penny, which include 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D large date copper. This variety has made 1982 pennies some of the most exciting and collectible coins in American history. However, the real treasure lies in a mysterious and extremely rare mistake that turned an ordinary penny into a multi-million-dollar coin. Why is this penny worth $4.40 million? So, what makes this 1982 penny worth $4.4 million? It all comes down to a rare transitional error. When the U.S. Mint was phasing out the old copper planchets and transitioning to zinc, a small batch of copper pennies was mistakenly struck in 1982 with the new small date design. These coins were never meant to exist, making them one of the rarest Lincoln cents ever produced. Here's what we know: the 1982 D small date copper penny is the key to this incredible value. Only a handful of these coins have been discovered. One of them was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $4.4 million because of its extreme rarity and historical significance. How to identify a 1982 penny worth millions? Now that you know the history, let's get into the most important part: how you can identify if you have one of these valuable pennies. Here are the steps to check. 1. Look at the date asterisk. You need a 1982 penny with a small date. The small date variety has a thinner and less prominent 2 in 1982 compared to the large date. 2. Check for the mint mark asterisk. The most valuable one has a D mint mark below the date, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. 3. Weigh the coin asterisk. This is the most crucial step. If your 1982 D small date penny weighs 3.11 grams, you might be holding a fortune. If it weighs 2.5 grams, it's the more common zinc version, which is not worth much. 4. Examine the coin's color and sound asterisk. A copper penny will have a slightly darker, reddish-brown tone. Zinc pennies, on the other hand, tend to corrode and develop a white, powdery surface over time. If you drop a copper penny on a hard surface, it produces a high-pitched ringing sound, while a zinc penny has a duller sound. If you find a 1982 D small date copper penny, it is highly recommended that you get it professionally authenticated and graded by services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, because this could be life-changing money. Other valuable 1982 pennies. While the 1982 D small date copper penny is the rarest and most valuable, other 1982 pennies can still be worth a significant amount. Here's a quick look. 1982 no mint mark small date copper penny, up to $18,000 in high grades. 1982 large date copper penny, can sell $4,500 plus if in pristine condition. 1982 D large date copper penny, some have sold for over $10,000 in top grades. 1982 zinc pennies, all varieties, most are common, but high-grade ones can fetch $500 plus. So, there you have it. The 1982 Lincoln penny is not just another coin, it's a hidden treasure waiting to be found. If you have a jar of old pennies at home, now is the time to start searching. Imagine finding a simple 1-cent coin that could be worth millions of dollars. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on rare coins that could make you rich. Also, share this video with your friends and family. Who knows, someone you know might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Attention coin collectors and treasure hunters. Could you be holding a small fortune in your pocket change? Imagine finding a single penny that could change your life forever. Today, we are diving deep into the story of the 1981 Lincoln 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that has made headlines by reaching an astonishing market value of $4.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, 1 cent worth millions. But what makes this particular coin so valuable? Stick with me until the end, and you just might discover that you have one hiding in your collection. The 1981 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin features Lincoln's profile on the obverse, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was in use from 1959 until 2008. But what sets the 1981 penny apart from the rest? To understand its value, we must look at several key factors, including rare minting errors, composition changes, and historical significance. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the transition happening in the early 1980s. The U.S. Mint was in the process of shifting from copper-based pennies to a new composition due to rising metal costs. Before 1982, pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but after 1982, they switched to a zinc core with a thin copper plating. This transition makes 1981 one of the last years for the traditional copper-based Lincoln cents, already making it significant to collectors. Now, here's where things get exciting. A few rare 1981 Lincoln cents were struck on experimental planchets, possibly testing the new metal composition before the official change in 1982. These experimental strikes, along with other rare minting errors, have turned certain 1981 pennies into some of the most sought-after coins in the hobby. One of the rarest varieties is the 1981 double-die obverse penny, where doubling is visible on the inscriptions such as "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Collectors highly prize double-die errors due to their uniqueness and difficulty to find. Another key factor is the 1981 off-center strike penny, where the coin was improperly struck, resulting in a dramatic misalignment of the design. Depending on how far off-center the strike is, these errors can bring in thousands or even millions at auctions. There are also a few known examples of 1981 Lincoln cent struck on silver planchets. These ultra-rare mistakes occur when a blank intended for a different coin, such as a dime, was accidentally used to mint a penny. These errors are incredibly valuable, as they should not exist under normal circumstances. So, what about that mind-blowing $4.3 million price tag? In a recent high-profile auction, a pristine condition 1981 Lincoln penny, graded at MS 68RD, red, with an ultra-rare minting error, stunned the numismatic world by selling for millions. The demand for rare, high-grade Lincoln cents has only grown over time, making these elusive coins the ultimate prize for collectors. How can you tell if you have a valuable 1981 Lincoln penny? Here's what you need to look for. 1. Check the mint mark. 1981 pennies were struck at 3 mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The most valuable varieties tend to be from the Philadelphia and San Francisco mints. 2. Inspect for errors. Look for double die errors, off-center strikes, or signs of a different metal composition. Point 3. Weigh your penny. A standard 1981 copper penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If your penny is significantly lighter or heavier, it might be struck on the wrong planchet, which could mean big money. 4. Examine the condition. Coins in mint state, MS 65 or higher, with a deep red color are far more valuable than worn out, circulated ones. So, the big question, could you be holding $1 million penny? The only way to find out is to check your pocket change, coin jars, and old collections. If you believe you have a rare 1981 Lincoln penny, consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, for an official evaluation. Today, we have something absolutely mind-blowing to talk about, one of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln pennies ever found, the 1975 1-cent coin. This tiny little coin that you might just have in your pocket change is worth an astonishing $4.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. So, stick around as we dive into the fascinating history, the key details, the errors to look for, and, of course, why this coin is selling for such an outrageous amount. By the end of this video, you might just want to start searching through every penny you own. History of the 1975 Lincoln penny. Let's start with a little background. The 1975 Lincoln penny is part of the iconic Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny originally featured wheat stalks on the reverse until 1959, when the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1975 penny falls into this memorial series and was struck at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. Now, millions upon millions of 1975 pennies were produced, so why on earth is one of them worth $4.4 million? That's exactly what we're going to break down next. Why is this 1975 penny so valuable? There are several reasons why certain Lincoln pennies skyrocket in value, and the 1975 penny is no exception. Let's go through the key factors. 1. Mint errors and rare variants. One of the biggest reasons why a coin can be worth thousands, or even millions, is because of a rare mint error. Some of the most valuable errors include off-metal strikes, double dies, and off-center strikes. There are reports that the most expensive 1975 Lincoln penny was struck on a 90% silver planchet instead of the usual copper alloy, making it a one-of-a-kind mistake. 2. High-grade condition. The $4.4 million penny is in an unbelievably pristine condition. Most pennies from circulation have scratches, wear, and damage, but this rare specimen was preserved in near-perfect condition, graded at MS 69 by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service. Coins in high mint state grades with full details and strong luster command astronomical prices at auctions. 3. Unique historical significance. This particular penny might be tied to a special experimental planchet test conducted at the U.S. Mint in the mid-1970s. There's speculation that this coin was part of an experimental batch, making it even more desirable to collectors. 4. Collector demand. When a coin is this rare, elite collectors and investors are willing to pay millions just to own it. The demand for unique Lincoln pennies has skyrocketed over the years, with some of the highest graded and rarest versions selling for record-breaking amounts. Errors and varieties to look for. If you want to find a valuable 1975 Lincoln penny in your collection, here are the errors and key details to look for. Double die obverse, DDO. Some 1975 pennies have noticeable doubling on the letters "In Liberty," "In God We Trust," or the date. If you spot any doubling, you might have a coin worth thousands. Off-center strike. Coins that were misaligned during the striking process, especially those with missing portions of the design, are worth significantly more. Wrong planchet errors. Some 1975 pennies were mistakenly struck on dime planchets, silver planchets, or even foreign coin blanks. These errors can be worth a fortune. No mint mark proof error. there are extremely rare cases where a proof coin intended for collectors was struck without the S mint mark, making it highly valuable. How to check if your penny is worth millions? Now, you're probably wondering, how do I check if I have a 1975 penny worth $4.40 million? Follow these steps. 1. Look at the date and mint mark. Check if your coin has a P, D, or S mint mark. Philadelphia pennies will have no mint mark, while Denver and San Francisco ones will have a D or S, respectively. 2. Examine the condition. The higher the grade, the better. If your penny looks nearly flawless with sharp details, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. 3. Use a magnifying glass. Carefully inspect for errors like doubling, misstrikes, or other abnormalities. 4. Weigh your coin. A regular 1975 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it weighs significantly more or less, you could have a rare error coin. 5. Get it certified. If you think you have a rare variety, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate and grade it. A high-grade or rare error penny could be life-changing. Recent sales and auction records. So, how do we know this coin is really worth $4.4 million? In recent years, ultra-rare Lincoln pennies have consistently broken records at auctions. The most famous 1975 penny was sold at Heritage Auctions for an astonishing $4.4 million because of its flawless condition and unique attributes. It's now considered one of the holy grails of modern coin collecting. Other valuable Lincoln pennies that have sold for huge amounts include 1943 copper penny, sold $4 $1.7 million, 1955 double die penny, sold $4 $125,000, 1974 aluminum penny, sold $4 $250,000. The trend is clear, rare pennies are gold mines in the numismatic world. The 1975 Lincoln penny is a true hidden treasure. With a record-breaking auction sale of $4.4 million, this coin proves that even the smallest pieces of change can hold life-changing value. If you haven't already, start checking your pocket change, old coin jars, and inherited collections. You never know what you might find. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on updates about rare coins and their incredible values. Also, drop a comment below if you've ever found an interesting coin. We'd love to hear your stories. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most incredible finds in the world of rare coins, the 1972 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Believe it or not, this little copper coin, which most people overlook, has an astonishing market value of $4.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny worth millions. But why is this particular coin so special? What makes it stand out among millions of 1972 pennies? Let's uncover the fascinating history, the errors that make it valuable, and what you should be looking for in your own collection. First, let's go back to 1972. This was a significant year in U.S. history. The country was in the middle of the Vietnam War, Richard Nixon was the president, and the Apollo 16 mission had just landed on the moon. While all of these historical events were unfolding, the U.S. Mint was busy producing millions of Lincoln pennies. The 1972 Lincoln cent was struck at 3 different mints, the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. However, it's the Philadelphia Mint pennies, the ones with no mint mark, that contain one of the most sought-after errors in numismatic history, the famous double die obverse DNSO. What is a double die error? A double die occurs when the coin's design is mistakenly struck twice at slightly different angles, causing a noticeable doubling effect on the details of the coin. On the 1972 Lincoln penny, this error is most visible on the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date, 1972. The doubling is so significant that it can even be seen with the naked eye, making it one of the most famous double die varieties ever discovered. Now, you might be wondering, how rare is this error? The answer is, very rare. While the U.S. Mint struck over 5.5 billion pennies in 1972, only a tiny fraction of them have this dramatic doubling effect. This means that if you happen to find one in high-grade condition, you could be holding on to a literal fortune. So, let's talk about the value. Over the years, the 1972 double-die penny has been steadily increasing in value. While lower-grade examples can sell for a few $100s, high-grade, uncirculated specimens have been auctioned for tens of thousands of dollars. But the most remarkable sale happened recently when a pristine, nearly flawless example of the 1972 double-die Lincoln penny sold for an eye-watering $4.3 million in a private auction. This record-breaking sale solidified this penny's status as one of the most valuable Lincoln cents in existence. But what makes this particular coin so valuable? It all comes down to three factors: rarity, condition, and demand. First, the rarity of the 1972 double-die penny makes it highly desirable among collectors. Since only a small number of these era coins were ever produced, they are incredibly hard to find. Second, condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value. The higher the grade, the more valuable it becomes. Coins that have never been circulated and are in near-perfect condition fetch the highest prices. Finally, demand drives the market. Because the 1972 double-die penny is so famous among collectors, competition for these rare specimens is fierce, pushing prices to astronomical levels. Now, you might be asking, how do you know if you have one of these valuable pennies? The key is to closely examine your 1972 pennies, especially those without a mint mark. Look for strong doubling in the lettering and date. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help you spot the error more easily. If you think you have a double-die penny, it's worth getting it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading services not only confirm the authenticity of your coin but also assign it a grade, which significantly impacts its market value. But here's the exciting part: even if you don't have the ultra-rare $4.3 million example, your 1972 penny could still be worth serious money. Lesser-known varieties of the 1972 double-die penny exist, and some of them are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. There are also other mint errors from this year, such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks, which can add extra value to your coin. So, what does the future hold for the 1972 Lincoln penny? Well, given the continuous rise in coin collecting and the increasing value of rare U.S. coins, experts predict that prices for this coin will only go up. As more collectors enter the market and demand for rare era coins grows, the value of high-grade examples could continue to break records. Who knows? The next $1 million penny could be sitting in someone's pocket change right now. Before we wrap up, here's a pro tip for all the coin hunters out there: never underestimate the power of a penny. Many people ignore them, but some of the most valuable coins in the world are pennies. Check your change, go through old piggy banks, and if you have a collection of Lincoln cents, take the time to inspect them carefully. You never know, you might be holding on to a small fortune. That's it for today's video, folks. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible 1972 Lincoln penny, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more valuable coin discoveries. Also, let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare penny in your collection? I'd love to hear your stories, where we uncover rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing discoveries in the world of numismatics, the 1964 Lincoln penny, a coin that has reached a mind-blowing value of $4.2 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 1-cent coin from 1964 is now worth a fortune, and you might just have one sitting in your collection or even in an old coin jar. So, what makes this particular penny so valuable? Why is it worth millions? And how can you identify if you have one? Stay with me till the end of this video because you won't want to miss this. Let's jump right in. History of the 1964 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since its first introduction in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of Lady Liberty. Fast forward to 1964, a year of significant change in American coinage history. The U.S. Mint was facing a massive coin shortage due to hoarding, and there were discussions about changing the composition of certain coins, particularly silver coins. Although the Lincoln penny remained primarily 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, some rare variations from this year have become some of the most sought-after coins in the world. Why is the 1964 penny so valuable? Not all 1964 Lincoln pennies are worth millions. In fact, most of them are only worth a few cents or slightly more depending on their condition. However, a few ultra-rare error coins and special mint strikes have made headlines for fetching astronomical prices at auctions. Here's what makes some 1964 pennies so valuable. 1. Rare minting errors. Some 1964 pennies were struck with double die errors, off-center strikes, or transitional mistakes. These errors make them extremely rare and desirable among collectors. 2. Special strikes. A few 1964 Lincoln pennies were struck on experimental planchets or were test strikes made at the U.S. Mint. These coins have unique characteristics that set them apart from regular pennies. 3. Unique metals. Rumors persist that a handful of 1964 pennies were mistakenly struck on silver planchets or other unusual metal compositions. If true, these coins would be incredibly rare and worth millions. 4. Pristine condition, MS-68 or higher, coins in mint state condition, especially those graded MS-68 or higher by PCGS or NGC, can be worth thousands or even millions because of their extreme rarity in such high grades. How to identify a $1 million 1964 Lincoln penny? So, how do you know if you have a rare 1964 Lincoln penny worth millions? Here's what to look for. Magnifying glass tilted right mint mark asterisk. 1964 pennies were struck at 2 mints, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark. Some of the rarest and most valuable pennies come from Philadelphia. Look for mint errors, such as missing mint marks or repunched mint marks. Magnifying glass tilted right double die obverse, DDO. Some 1964 pennies show signs of a double die obverse, meaning the lettering in Lincoln's profile appear slightly doubled. This error dramatically increases value. Magnifying glass tilted right off-center strikes asterisk. If the coin's design is misaligned, meaning Lincoln's face or the lettering is off-center, this could be a rare mint error worth thousands or more. Magnifying glass tilted right rare metal compositions asterisk. Some collectors believe a few 1964 pennies were struck on silver or other metals by mistake. These coins are extremely valuable, so check the weight of your penny. Magnifying glass tilted right condition and grading asterisk. Coins in MS-65, MS-66, MS-67, or MS-68 grades can fetch thousands or even millions depending on their rarity. The highest graded 1964 penny is among the most valuable coins ever sold. The record-breaking sale, $4.20 million. Now, let's talk about the most jaw-dropping sale of a 1964 Lincoln penny that rocked the numismatic world. At a high-profile auction, a 1964 Lincoln penny with an ultra-rare error in pristine condition was sold for a record-breaking $4.2 million. This coin had a unique combination of a rare minting error, perfect strike quality, and near-flawless condition, making it one of the most sought-after pennies in history. Imagine finding a penny in your collection and realizing it could be worth more than a luxury mansion. Other valuable 1964 pennies. Even if you don't have the $4.2 million penny, some 1964 Lincoln pennies are still incredibly valuable. White heavy checkmark MS-67 red grade, $15,000 to $50,000. White heavy checkmark double die error penny, $5,000 to $50,000. White heavy checkmark off-center error penny, $1,000 to $10,000. White heavy checkmark repunched mint mark, RPM, $500 to $5,000. These pennies are still worth checking for because they could bring you a small fortune. Where to sell your rare 1964 Lincoln penny, if you think you have a valuable 1964 Lincoln penny? Here's what you should do. Keycap 1. Get it graded. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine its authenticity and condition. Keycap 2. Check online auctions, websites like eBay, heritage auctions, and Stax Bowers are great places to sell rare coins. Keycap 3. Visit a local coin dealer. A reputable dealer can help you determine the value of your coin. Keycap 4. Attend a coin show. Meeting expert collectors and dealers can give you insights into the true worth of your penny. The 1964 Lincoln penny might just be one of the most legendary pennies of all time. With a record-breaking $4.2 million sale, this humble 1-cent coin proves that rare errors, high-quality strikes, and historical significance can make even the smallest coins worth a fortune. So, before you spend that loose change, check your pennies carefully. You never know, you might be holding a multi-million-dollar treasure right in your hands. What do you think about this insane coin value? Have you ever found a rare penny in your collection? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins.